Hello everybody and welcome to our new channel. My name is Juri Moilanen and I've been a petrolhead since I was a little kid. I've always had a soft spot for Italian and American made cars and motorcycles.
And my name is Raine Moilanen. I've also been a petrolhead since I was this tall, and I especially like cars, a little bit of course also motorcycles, but mainly cars, and mainly all type of cars: Italian cars, German cars, American cars, Japanese cars.
Okay, so we're gonna kick off our new channel with a very special treat for you. If you're at least a little bit of petrolhead, you should know this car. This car comes from Italy, and of course, as you can see, this is a Lancia Delta HF Integrale, and it's from 1988. It was designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro, who was chosen to be the designer of the 20th century. This is a civil version of the most iconic and most successful rally car ever made. The rally car won 6 manufacturers' world championship titles from '87, which was the moment it entered the rally scene, to '92 when it retired. As you can see, Lancia Delta was a 5-door family hatchback. This car, however, is no ordinary family car. It's one of the very first super hot hatches. There are actually quite a few very fine details that separate it from the ordinary models. For example, look at these wheel arches. And look at these wheels. They were specially designed for Lancia Delta HF Integrale. Just look at this beautiful, beautiful rear end. The double exhaust and the badge Delta HF 4-wheel drive. The best 4-wheel drive system of the time. And the front end of this car, can you see how mean and aggressive it looks with this HF Integrale badge here? And those of you who are familiar with the models have already noticed probably that this is not the 16-valve model but the 8-valve model, because it's lacking the bump in the hood. And since we're talking about the hood, should we open it and see the engine? Take a look. Okay, so here we have the legendary engine of Integrale. This is one version of the famous Lampredi twincams, which is probably the most successful engine in motorsport history ever. So the engine is 2-liter engine with twin overhead camshafts, 8 valves, Garrett T3 turbocharger, and it produces 185 horsepower. So, do you want to hear what it sounds like? Let's fire it up. Well, how great was that? Alright, let's take a peek to the inside of this very fine example. Here you can see the Alcantara Recaro seats and a very cool dashboard which gives you so much information you can only dream of with modern day cars. And as you can see, this is a proper family car with a lot of room in the back. And as all 80s cars, it has a lots and lots of plastic. Finally, the trunk. Yes, it squeaks a little, but it's natural for this car. This is actually pretty roomy trunk. So I think the last thing to do here is to take her for a ride. Let's go! Okay, so let's fire her up and see how this legend actually drives. So let us hit the open roads. So this car is best known for its awesome handling. You cannot actually compare it to modern day cars. It doesn't have such an assistant and it's not actually light, but it's very accurate. So when you're driving hard, it actually makes it much better than even most of modern day cars. You can feel every inch where this car is going. Of course, back in the days, this car was also known to be pretty fast. Okay, this is the 8-valve version, so it has less power than the 16-valve versions, and its 0 to 60 was 6.5 seconds or something like this, so it's not that impressive in modern day standards, but back at the day it was very fast car. And actually, since this car is pretty light in modern standards, it still feels pretty brisk and pretty fast. Or maybe not fast, maybe quick is better word for it. Let's see if we can accelerate a little bit after the engine has warmed up. For modern day standards, this car is also pretty noisy. But you don't actually buy these cars for being silent or practical or anything. You buy them because they feel great, they feel cool, because they are legends. Oh, this handling is just so, it's superb. It's not actually a highway car. What you should do when you're driving this, you find little country roads, twisty roads, and then let go. Accelerate, brake, and just go fast. This is what this car is made for. Let's hear the engine a little bit. There you go. Okay, let's turn to a little bit narrower road and try out how this thing actually accelerates. As I said, on paper it's quite fast, but in modern day standards not that fast anymore. But let's see how it feels, because when it comes to kind of these old hobby cars, those numbers, they mean nothing. The feeling, that's what it's all about. Okay, let's stop. Put it on first gear. Let's go. Oh my god, this goes fast! And the engine, it sounds as good as a four-cylinder engine can sound. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't have that low grumble of a V8, but it's something different. It's to fully appreciate the beauty of this car, you really have to drive it. There's a nice little sand road ahead, but this car would shine in there, but it would get so dirty, so let's just turn back. Oh, listen to that sound. It's just pure engine core. How could somebody not love this? This is phenomenal. This is absolutely amazing car. And it's not about the top speed. It's about acceleration. It's braking. It's twisty roads. And when you find a really nice summer weather, small country twisty roads, there are not so many better cars for those roads in the whole world than this. I've driven a lot of modern day sports cars, Porsches, motorsport BMWs, Audi Aras, Mercedes AMGs. Yes, they are good and they are seriously fast machines, but they are not like this car. They don't handle like this car. They don't feel like this. If I had to drive like 1,000 kilometers, I'd probably take one of those new cars, but for a quick ride in a nice summer day, I'd always take this one. Always. So, thanks for watching. This was an awesome car, and it was awesome to drive, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Stay tuned, we will have more awesome cars in the future.
Money flowing just for me.